Welcome back to Sale Resell Sold. My name is Heather. We are part-time resellers. We started off selling stuff around our house on eBay. Recently started cross-listing. Here to do our top 10 and our flip-flop and food, Heather and food. Our number one flip is hard to ship. Stay tuned for our top 10. Number 10, Lego Duplo Spider Truck Adventure, Incomplete Green Goblin Spider-Man. So I picked this up during COVID. This probably wasn't my best decision. I picked it up from a in-home daycare peak COVID, when the Lego call. I didn't pick up the Lego. I wasn't going specifically for the Lego because I don't think I knew what Lego was in it. It was a Lego table. And it was blue and square and had a Duplo base, and then the base came off, and inside was a mesh bag, I guess, to hold the Lego. And in there was about 3 of these Spider-Man Green Goblins, and you can tell they've been really, really played with. Spider-Man's head is almost completely red or blue, whatever color he is. That was a nice surprise when I got it home. I went ahead and listed it. It has been listed for 270 days, but Duplos aren't the biggest, fastest sellers, which is cool. I get it. They're not the most sought after. But these were some good Duplo pieces. But this sold for my full asking price of $19.88. Since the cost of goods was really towards the table, I didn't put it towards the Lego. So our profit on that is $15.56. Number 9, Allbirds times Pantone Wool Cruiser Sneakers, women's size 7, sapphire blue, Italian felt. I picked these up at Goodwill. They were in really good condition. It was a Pantone collab, so they had special colors. I thought they were beautiful, but these are for tiny feet, which I do not have. So I spent $15 on these. Goodwill clearly knew that Allbirds were a good brand. I sold them for $41.92. It was a weird offer. I took it. I don't care. I had them listed for $60. It's a big discount, but again, I want it out of my house. I'm bringing it in, I'm moving it out, and I still made $16.98 on that. So I'm fine with that. And they're so pretty. That's such a beautiful shade of blue. Number 8, set of 2 Hot Wheels characters, Scooby-Doo, featuring Scooby and Shaggy. My youngest is homeschooled, and he is incentivized to do his work on time and not to complain and whine about it too much. Everybody's allowed to complain about it. He does occasionally. We get a little bit of blowback, but nothing astronomical. In the beginning, he was incentivized with like Hot Wheels cars and Dollar Tree toys. Just nonsense we would find while we were out. And he'd be like, ooh, I want this. I was like, okay, this will be one of your weekly prizes, or if it was more expensive, it would be a monthly prize. Eventually, he aged into just cash, because why wouldn't you? He aged into cash before he acquired these, and so I just went ahead and listed them. I don't remember the cost of goods. Probably wasn't too much because we kept the prize limit pretty low. So I had them listed for $24.88, and it looks like a 10% offer was sent out that somebody accepted of $22.39. And since we don't know cost of goods, the return on that was $18.25. They were listed for over a year, but they don't take up too much room. And honestly, I love Scooby-Doo, so I don't mind if I have to paw through a box and see these. Though the Shaggy cars, that's a weird one right there. But it seems appropriate. Number 7, Disney Parks Lug Tailback Epcot Festival of the Arts 2025 Figment Sling Bag, new with tags. I got this on one of our trips to Disney at the Character Warehouse outlet. Our cost of goods was $35, and somebody paid our full asking price of $64.88. Our profit on that was $19.89, and it was listed for just under 6 months. Wow, that's a long time. Just feels like the other day we were there, and we probably were, but not for this trip. I like going to the Character Warehouse and seeing all the stuff that they put out. $20 profit, and I got to write off part of my vacation if I wanted to on my taxes. Number 6, rare, new with tags, Notre Dame Fighting Irish times Guinness hat, embroidered. I got this at Plato's Closet. It was just one of those weird hats. There were none listed and one sold. So I took a chance and I grabbed it. It was listed for $50, and somebody sent a $40 offer, which I took. Our cost of goods was $12 and our profit was a clean $20. Plato's Closet. They got some things. Took just over 2 weeks to sell. Number 5, hot chocolate 15K/5K jacket, full zip fleece line, women's extra large. I have done a couple of hot chocolates. They're usually in February, and it's unusually cold here in February. The past couple that I've done have been outrageously cold. Like, oh, this will be fun. I get to walk for however many miles, and I can't feel my legs. So this sold for our full asking price on Poshmark for $25. It was listed for, I don't know, just less than a year. Cost of goods was the cost of the race. It's part of the package. I don't remember what that was. It's just a clean $20. Number 4, Lucky Brand French Rib long sleeve crew neck t-shirt, men's extra large, gray maroon baseball. I got this at Plato's Closet almost 6 months ago. At my very first time going there, I went to their 90% off sale. And this might have even been their 30% off sale. I can't imagine them having, just because it was new with tags, listed for $24. But sometimes Plato's Closet will list things crazy. But anyway, I paid $2.40 for this. It sold for my full asking price of $29.88. So our profit on that was $22.08. Number 3, QI, is that Chi? What are we calling that? I don't know. New York 100% cashmere sweater, men's size large, maroon V-neck. I got this at a yard sale. I paid $3.50, and it sold for our full asking price of $29.88, and our profit on that is $23.09. And yes, cashmere is just flying out of our store. It's like the linen of summer, you know? We recently sold something that, even though it was amazing and it's like a crazy amount of watchers and views, it had a tiny hole in it, and it really brought the value down, because I think if it hadn't had that hole, we probably could have gotten almost 50% more than what we had. But they do like them to be hole free, but they will still buy them if they have a hole. Cashmere is a goat. It's goat hair. Fancy. Number 2, vintage Grateful Dead 12-inch bear, magenta articulated liquid blue, Stephen Smith. I go to Ohio a couple times a year. It's where my husband's family is. And they have this huge antique mall nearby called Mommy Antiques. We go all the time. We're looking for vintage trains. We're looking for Lego. We're looking for cool t-shirts. We're looking for the things. I've been shopping there since before we were selling stuff on eBay. I found a comforter, those zipper comforter bags. You buy a comforter, it comes in this big plastic bag with a zipper. It was full of Bionicle, and it was probably about 10 pounds. It was $30. I think my son said it retailed upwards of $1,500 to $2,000 was the retail on it. Piecing it out and selling it for what the selling rate was. Unbelievable. But anyway, I found 2 of these, and it's taken 3 months to sell this one. There's another one. He sold for our full asking price of $74.88, and I paid $18 for him, and our profit on that is $34.16. I am not a Grateful Dead fan. I'm not a jam band fan at all, but I do know that this liquid blue Grateful Dead stuff is popular. And I thought $18 was a pretty low cost of goods. And I didn't even comp it in the store. I just grabbed it. And then when I got back to the hotel room, I was like, I don't know if I should have gotten these. But even if I factor in the cost of the other one, which was less than $18, still come ahead just selling this one. So when the blue one sells, it'd be nice too. So if you're looking for that, I've got it. Number 1, vintage 1977 Boston Marathon tumbler bar glasses, James F. Fix, lot of 6. I got these at an estate sale on half off day. There was only one sold comp and none listed. We haven't gotten feedback yet, and I'm just, praying to the post office gods that they make it there unscathed. Because you're there, you see them, they're valuable, and you can flip them. But do you want to ship them? Which I didn't really think through when I bought them. But it's fine. $42 profit when I took an offer of $65. Okay. Cost of goods on these was $6. I had to get them, right? If they had sold for $88, it would have been like, even better. But I will take the $42.17 profit on those. They were listed for 111 days, and they survived in our storage space. So hopefully they survive on their way to whoever bought them. And there you go. There's our top 10. It's week 44, and this week was kind of slow. Kind of not the fourth quarter week we were hoping for, but things still moved. We got them out of the house, and I'm never mad about it. I'm just like, cool, stuff's moving. We sold 22 items. Our net profit last week was $343.72. Our average sale price was $15.62, and our median was $14.62. Now we're going to do our flip-flop. Okay, y'all. I've talked about this emotional attachment estate sale. And this was one of the things at that estate sale, Sundance. And Sundance has shut down. They shut down earlier this year. There were a lot of these listed. And this just came in like a bulk of stuff. It came with the bags, the shoes. We got a couple of free people. We got this Sundance. I was surprised that it took this long. And I sold it on offer because, quite frankly, I'm tired of it taking up space. It's huge. It's a big puffer jacket. And somebody's opened a return. They haven't shipped it yet. Hopefully they realize that it's too big to ship back and it's not worth their time, but we'll see. But I sold on offer for $37. If you remember, our cost of goods from this estate sale was $25 each item, which was broken down across the lot of things that we got, which was approximately 40 items. So our net profit on that was $1.59. But we recouped the $25 that we spent on it. And I think this will put us at the $1,000 mark of recouping our money back. However, it's coming back. We've had people say they're returning stuff and it never showed up. So we'll see. This in particular looks like a lot of work to ship back. We'll see what happens. We allow returns. We don't allow free returns, but we allow returns. But on clothes, you don't have a choice. eBay absolutely just is like, yeah, you can return clothes. We allow returns across the board. We don't care. We're not refunding your shipping. I'm sorry you didn't check the measurements, which are included in the pictures. I'm sorry you don't know what size you wear, but I'm not paying for that mistake or your lack of due diligence. Sorry. I know a lot of people are like, what's the big deal of just offer free returns? Well, because if I offered free returns, I would be in the red on this coat. So not going to. I'm not going to do it yet. I mean, who knows? I might walk that statement back later, but we'll see. We also accept cancellations. We have had numerous cancellations this week. There was a kid's jersey, I think was bought twice and canceled twice this week. Oh, I didn't see that it was a kid's, which it's literally the fourth word in the title. Blah, 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 kids. But yeah, I would much rather cancel that than wrap it up and take it to the post office and wait for you to return it. So now we're going to talk about Heather and food. We're still eating soup, y'all. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I love soup so much. One day, I didn't eat soup, but my son had brought soup home from his job. My husband and my oldest had soup. I went to Whataburger, and after a Whataburger or whatever you call it, I could not eat. I wasn't even hungry. Like 10 hours after I ate that burger. It was good though. So they had vegetable ginger, carrot ginger. I didn't make that. I had to make turkey and Parmesan sandwiches to go with it. He also brought home a cacio e pepe aioli, which I used. So we had Parmesan cheese, sourdough bread, turkey, and that mayo. And it was, I don't think they had a hard time eating it. The ginger apparently was very strong. I made corn and chicken chowder. That's always good. I like anything with potatoes. I'm a big fan of potatoes. We're having potatoes in our soup tonight. Beef and vegetable, which was delicious. Bacon, potato, and cabbage, which is one of my favorite soups. This cabbage was so sweet, and bacon. This is bacon and potatoes. This is so good. But I think the clear winner this week was the pozole verde, which is one of those soups that I cheat on because I don't want to deal with a dozen tomatillas and peppers and all this stuff, and you blend it and then you add it back. I just buy salsa verde, a jar of salsa verde, And that's the base of the soup. Salsa verde, chicken stock, and then an onion and a poblano and some chicken. And then you add your pozole, hominy. You add your hominy, which I keep calling pozole, which is not what it is, which is why I had to struggle in the grocery store finding it. And then you have your decorations. Radishes, which I love radish. We had jalapenos, which when I was slicing them, choked me out. And I thought we were going to be so spicy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to eat this? The jalapenos had no heat, none. Like, I don't know what was happening when I was slicing it, but I had to leave the room. I couldn't even breathe. Cilantro, not for me. Do not like cilantro, but everybody else likes cilantro. And lime wedges. And then I also fried up some flour tortillas, and then we had some for some crunchies. So that was really good. We just ate it for lunch. We took a break from filming to have the rest of it. It's delicious. So there you have it. That's our week, our week of soup. Thanks for watching. See y'all next week.